Today I want to show you how I solved exploit number 11, Sideline, found here on the Solidity Challenges repo. In order to get started, simply clone your repo, open it up in your preferred editor, and move over to the README. The README states an exclusive token airdrop is on the horizon, requiring users to register to receive their token. However, external contracts are not permitted on the list. Your task, find a way to bypass the restrictions and ensure your contract makes it onto the list. So our challenge, bypass the restrictions, find a way to register our contract despite the no contract rule. So over here on the contract, we can see three methods, two of which are public. First one, register, allows anyone to call it, but it has a guard here preventing contracts from being added to the list. If you're an EOA, your address will be added to the mapping. Contracts, on the other hand, we can see that it's going to check our code size. If we have code, then we're not getting on the list. And then finally, registered. So if we think we're on the list, we can just call registered and verify that. So the challenge here is, as a contract, how do we get past this guard? All right, so I'm going to show you how I approach this. Over here in my attack contract, I first started here with a simple attack. This is probably what most people are thinking. Oh, I'll just create an attack contract, and then I'll call register for my attack contract, and that should work, right? Well, let's move over to the terminal. Let's run it just like that, and let's find out. As you can see, obviously, no, we're hitting the guard. Contract is not allowed. So the reason for that is simply, as soon as this contract's created, it has code. So we're not going to get past that check. The only time that we can get past the check like that is if we were to change this around a little bit. Instead of making it a function, if we were to make it a constructor, and we can get rid of external and do it something like this. So now when we call this, the contract is not created at this time. It's still in the construction phase. So we'll be able to call register at this point. It'll do a code check. No code exists here yet, and we'll get on the list. We will have to change our test in order to accommodate this. So over on sideline.t.sol, a very small test. They give us the instance of the contract and then a function to do our logic in. This was the setup I ran that failed, where again, we deployed our contract, and then I called attack. So now I'm just going to move the target over here and get rid of attack. So when I do create that new contract, I'm passing target in. It's going to be passed to the constructor, and it's going to make the call to register at that point. So now if I save this, we double back, we rerun this, and we pass. So this one was an interesting one that actually takes into account that there is some attacks that can be done from within the constructor, and that code size is not a real valid way of checking for a contract at all times, or checking that you are a contract. Anyway, this was my approach. If you had a different approach, I'd love to hear about it. If you want to talk about mine, just feel free to reach out. You'll find my contact information in the details below. See you in the next one.